The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Gerard de la Peña. This just in, the Muntinlupa Regional Trial Court Branch 204 acquits former Senator Laila De Lima in one of her drug charges. This was confirmed by Attorney Bonnie Tacardon, De Lima's legal counsel. The former senator has been detained for 6 years over drug-related charges. In February 2021, one of the cases against De Lima was junked. This means she is now free from 2 out of 3 cases. President Marcos renews his calls for suspended Congressman Arnie Tevis to come home and face allegations against him in the killing of Negros Oriental Governor Roel Degamo. The president says this is the best advice he can give the embattled lawmaker, especially after his request for asylum in Timor-Leste has been denied. The DOJ is also moving to cancel Tevis's passport.
Come home. That's the best advice I can give him. Come home.
Marcos says he spoke with Timor-Leste's Prime Minister Taur Matan Ruak about the matter during their bilateral meeting on Thursday. Marcos thanked the Prime Minister for acting quickly on Tevis's application. Marcos says the denial of Tevis's request for asylum will make it easier for Filipino authorities to bring the lawmaker back to the country.
So I think they will continue to go through the process, may appeal process para sa those who are applying. Okay, that's good, not deny. So we'll just wait for the process to complete.
The camp of suspended Congressman Arnie Tevis threatens to file charges against the Justice Department should the agency attempt to cancel his passport. Tevis's camp says they are considering criminal and administrative charges against the agency. This as they say the DOJ doesn't have sufficient grounds to cancel the congressman's passport. However, Justice Chief Boying Remulla remains unfazed.
Mag-file sila ng kaso kung meron silang gusto na mag-file.
For its part, the DOJ clarifies it will only file a request to cancel Tevis's passport once complaints have been filed. The agency is expecting complaints to be filed by tomorrow or Monday. Remulla also hits those criticizing the delay in the filing of complaints against Tevis.
Na ngayon, ipa-file na sila, ayaw naman nila. Sinasabi dati, wala kang kaso fina-file. Ngayon, ipa-file na, ayaw naman nila. Ano ba talaga?
President Bongbong Marcos says he has asked Indonesian President Joko Widodo to review the case of jailed OFW Mary Jane Veloso. Veloso is currently on death row in Indonesia due to alleged drug trafficking. Marcos tells the media while on his way home from the 42nd ASEAN Summit that the Indonesian government vowed to re-examine the case.
The best that we can do, I suppose, is for the Indonesian authorities to re-examine the case as a favor to the Philippines. And yun lang ang napag-usapan namin, not much more than that.
Marcos also told the media that he was able to speak with Vietnam's Prime Minister on issues relating to Vietnamese fishing vessels that have also been spotted in the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. Marcos says Vietnam and the Philippines have agreed to conduct talks to reach an agreement and avoid any maritime disputes.
We have to find a way. Sabi ko, wag yung ganito na nag-aano tayo, mag-usap tayo ng mabuti. And that's why I have asked our foreign ministers, acting foreign secretary, and then the foreign minister of Vietnam to begin develop the talks so that we can have an agreement na hindi na siguro magka-problema ng mga ganyang klase.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Gerard de la Peña. The Philippines hosts the ASEAN Fleet Review as part of the second ASEAN multilateral naval exercise. Several naval ships from ASEAN member countries took part in the activity held in Subic on Thursday. Defense Officer in Charge Carlito Galvez Jr. said this aims to demonstrate ASEAN centrality.
This is something na we want to see every now and then. Kasi nakita natin if all the armed forces are talking to each other, I think we can prevent war to happen. Because we are talking about peace, we are talking about understanding, and we are reaching out to everybody.
Galvez also clarified that the maritime collaboration does not intend to provoke China or any other country.
I believe yung ginagawa naman natin is this is sa tinatawag natin yung self-defense, at saka tinatawag natin this is our inherent right to really protect our fishermen. Ang ginagawa natin to is not against to anybody else, but to unify yung tinatawag natin to unify and look for the common good or common ground so that we can harmonize ourselves.
Kuwait has halted the issuance of entry and work visas for Filipinos. The possible reason, the Philippines' supposed violation of the labor agreement between the two countries. Recall that in February, the Philippine government implemented a deployment ban to Kuwait for first-time Filipinos following the gruesome death of OFW Julie B. Ranara in the hands of her Kuwaiti employer. DFA Undersecretary De Vega says they are now able to resolve the De Vega says they are now working to resolve the issue while maintaining diplomatic relations between the two countries. Because of Kuwait's decision, only Filipinos with residence visas may enter the Gulf state. Gilas Pilipinas suffers a shocking 79-68 loss versus Cambodia in the men's basketball tournament at the 32nd Southeast Asian Games. It was the first time in memory that the Cambodians beat the Filipinos in SEA Games basketball. The last time Gilas men were defeated at the group stage of the biennial meet was in 1997 or over 2 decades ago. Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas Chairman Emeritus Manny V. Pangilinan expresses disappointment. In a tweet, he described the game as, quote, disgraceful and asked the SBP what happened. On to some good news, Gilas Pilipinas women defeated Singapore 94-63, giving the team a 2-0 win-loss record. The Philippines women volleyball team also beat Singapore in straight sets during a do-or-die game. Eric Ray, meanwhile, claimed his 6th SEA Games gold after dominating the men's 400-meter hurdles event. The Philippines remains on the 6th spot in the medal tally with 143 medals, 27 of which are gold. Vietnam is leading with 58 gold medals, followed by Cambodia, Thailand, Indonesia, and Singapore. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us again at 9:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Gerard de la Peña. We are One News, all sides, all the time.